nothing has to be planned.
Right.
You know, you can have ideas, but I mean, I'm not going to say too much about it, but I have a whiteboard, and my friends know, past people I've worked with know, roommates have known, you know, that object for the longest time for me was like the physical form of being able to see that like this guy's a threat. And oh, he can, you know, he can do this. And I would talk to people where, you know, it's like, oh, overheard that, you know, so and so in whatever band, they might get dropped because they haven't been able to turn out a song in 6 months. And even still to this day, just because like the way I've honed it in, but differently, more ignorant back then, I would immediately interject and be like, they're fucking pathetic. Like, get out of the way. What are you doing?
Right.
You know, here I am with this, and this is going to come out after this time, and this. And it developed this like, you know, complex of, you know, I'm being skipped out on, and I'm, you know, underappreciated, and that's just not healthy.
Right.
And then, you know, I would talk to my brother about it, and he's like, dude, like, take it out of your room. And when he first said that, I was like, it like put me in like an existential crisis, because I was like, if I take this out of my room, if I don't see it every day, how do I know? You know, how do I know that those ideas do exist? How is the room gonna look without it?
Right.
Which might sound, you know, stupid, but it's true. It's just, it was one of those things, and now it's not in the room, and I still have it, you know, on my phone, and I'll look back at it from time to time to rework ideas. But yeah, it was just part of this control, this plan. Everything has to go according to plan, because I idolized people that did the same thing. I found out from My Chemical Romance, Gerard Way, there's this, I guess you could say, documentary on YouTube. I think it's called Life on the Murder Scene, something like that. It's like 2 hours. It was like a full, you know, from beginning all the way getting up to that point of when Three Cheers was out for like, I don't know, maybe 2 years or something. So like right before the Black Parade kicked in.
Yeah.
And in that he said, yeah, like at the first show we ever played, I wore a t-shirt that had our next EP's name on it. And hearing that from him, from, I mean, in my opinion, a genius, I was like, oh shit, like I'm not the only one that does this. You know, someone that I look up to in some way or another does the same thing, so this is good. You know, this works. And, you know, just not realizing that the scales were so different as everyone's path is, it kind of turned into, oh, my outlet turned on me. You know, it didn't work. It didn't pan out.
Right.
You know, the snowballs that I was trying to roll down the hill, turned out the hill was a flat driveway. And I was just like, this is gonna work. It's snowing. But yeah, so it was just a lot of trying to look at it differently, and finding, you know, a straight way through it of just like, fuck, like I'm so sick of this, and like I need to go about it in a different way. And it's led me to like a very like, okay, I'm back, like creatively.
I think assessing your process sometimes is necessary, but also consistently one of the healthiest things you can do.
100%.
You know,
you have to be on you.
And you have to, I think, accept that you don't know all the answers. You don't know what the future holds. I mean, the pandemic showed us all that. You know, I don't think we were expecting to be in lockdown a few weeks after that last interview, you know, but you know, having some room to adjust, having some room to do something, to follow the trail on an opportunity should it arise that runs counter to what's the grand vision laid out,
Yeah.
in your case, on a whiteboard. There has to be some flexibility. Sometimes the most unplanned things lead to the most to the richest experiences and to the most meaningful experiences, where then it feels like the switch flips and you're like, you found something that you,
Yep.
if you had stuck to the plan, you wouldn't have found before.